Franchise consultancy, the next big opportunity. Not everyone is meant to follow the crowd. Some are born to lead, to guide, to unlock potential. Imagine a world where businesses thrive because of you, where entrepreneurs take their first step with confidence and established brands scale beyond imagination because you showed them the way. Welcome to the world of franchise consulting. A $5 trillion industry is waiting. A booming market where demand for expert consultants is soaring high. India's franchise sector alone is growing at 30% annually. Over 1 million businesses are looking to expand, and they need guides, experts, and consultants like you. Being an independent franchise consultant means more than just a title. It means empowering businesses, helping aspiring entrepreneurs start strong, supporting business owners in scaling up, enabling profitable exits for those ready to move on. With 27 years of Franchise India expertise, a global network of brands and investors, and a program designed for professionals like you, IFC is your gateway to success. This is not just a business, it's a movement, a career, a future. So, ask yourself, are you ready to be the guide, to lead, to grow? Become an independent franchise consultant. Be the guide. Grow with us. Franchise India.
Welcome to the world's largest community on franchisee consultants. This evening, we are having good participants with us, and let me get engaged with our independent franchising consultant webinar. Uh, Let me introduce and welcome our director, Mr. Sanjay Bhatt, to take over the webinar.
Thank you, Kapil. So warmly welcome to this webinar. Very good evening. This is a very special webinar which we are organizing today, wherein we are offering an invitation to become world's largest franchise development company, the partner with, and that is the model which is independent franchise consultant. So you will be part of Franchise India. As I said, it's a trusted advisory platform, how to start your own business platform. So what we are talking about today, the subject is independent franchise consultant, so IFC is how to start your own business specialist. So we are talking about specialists who are now going to be how to start your own business specialist. So I'll just give you some understanding what we do, what's our business. So our business is matchmaking, deal making. So what we do, we have one side are investors, and one side we are also having businesses. So investors who are looking to start some business, it can be as low as 5-7 lakh rupees up to 500 cr. And second side, we have businesses and brands. And what we do in between, we match make. So what we help them is that we write the structure, the right opportunity, right brand for every investor, because every investor is unique, have got their own market fitments, have got their own experience and profiling, and also their different investments. So we really match make. We structure the right deal between an investor and the brand. So we are into investments, we are into scaling up business, and then we also help in a resale. So we also help in exit. How you can exit you in your existing business. That's also which we are also in. So we use a byline also that we are there is nobody in the world who is selling more business than Franchise India. So Franchise India have got today the biggest network in the world, and we are spread across India in 97 cities. We are also there in now 15 countries as well. Now, today, why franchising is a question. So, we see anything and everything we consume today is coming from a franchise company. So, this industry is, it's growing, and it has become now $5 trillion industry. 5 trillion. So, $5 trillion industry is waiting out there for a few who have passion to become a consultant, who want to help people to get them into business. So we hold 95 market share today in India, and as I said, we have spread across India. It's 97 cities, but still, we feel it is it is not, we are across, we are every city. So we still have a lot of cities which is unexplored, and wherein we are looking forward for right-minded people who are looking forward to start a consulting business, start an advisory business, who want to become an advisor in business, because there is none outside us who claim the same. So there are millions of millions who are there for real estate consulting, who are there for financial consulting, education consulting, and different consulting businesses are also there. But there is none outside us into business. So business franchise business, we are only company in India, and we are world's largest today. That's what we are talking about today. That everything we consume is coming from a franchise company. So that's how this opportunity has become even bigger, when we say, as a survey, that today every household has at least one person who is looking to start some kind of a business. Even all professionals today working in some organizations and also looking separately some kind of a business. So we also see around 60 to 70% business buyers are first time business buyers. Now, these first time business buyers, how they choose, how they select a right opportunity, what is really fit for their market, what is really fit for their pocket also, which is the investment, and what is as per their profile, how can they select and how can they match make for their this these three fitments. That's where in Franchise India, having 27 years of legacy in this franchise advisory business, we are coming up with this legacy of 27 years, and now we are looking forward for like-minded professionals. We are looking forward for real estate consultants, financial consultants, or franchise consultants. So there are many companies now. There is a lot of people who have joined as and doing some franchise development. These franchise companies, professionals are also looking forward to become now independent consultants, looking forward to become a business owner, entrepreneur. So someone who is shifting career from a professional, from an employee to entrepreneur, this is going to be the highly rewarding, low cost, and zero risk opportunity for every professional. So we have three companies. Just to give you overview, we are having Franchise India in India, because we do around 200 events in a year, and we go every city to organize these events locally. So people know us by Franchise India. So we have another company which is Fran Global, which is market entry for global brands, and which is also international arm of our business. What they do is they help international global brands to enter India and then expand in India. They're also helping Indian brands to go outside India to expand in other countries. Third, we have Francop. Francop is world's largest, which is 49-year-old franchise consulting company. And this is US based actually, but last 20 years now, it's been in India, and we own Francop as we have master license of Francop. So what they do, they help these businesses which are especially at a startup level, have no ability how to get into franchising. So they prepare all the documentation and legal and also business model strategy and get them ready for franchise. So they bring complete SOP and systems in place, and then we help them into going into the market for getting franchisees on board. So we are also running a media house. We have three publications, which is the Franchising World. The Franchising World is only magazine in India, which is 26-year-old. Then we have Retailer magazine. Then we also have Entrepreneur magazine, which is the highest selling business magazine in US. And for India and Asia, we have complete rights for distribution and publishing this Entrepreneur magazine. Most of us know franchiseindia.com, because franchiseindia.com is our online portal wherein we have more than 20,000 businesses with us which are offering franchise. So today's webinar, as I said, it's an independent franchise consultant which we are looking at. Would mean it's a invitation from our side, from Franchise India House, to become the partner with Franchise India. To take this webinar forward, I will just first give you some introduction. Who is there with us today, along with our management team. We also have leadership on the panel. So we have Anurag Saha. If you see, he is also there from Kolkata. He has joined us from Kolkata. We have Shaktivet. He is our senior franchise, our branch head. He is there in Chennai. He is taking care of market, which is Tamil Nadu and Kerala market, along with Kapil, and also along with Ajesh. Ajesh takes care of Kerala. We have Dipankar joined us from Gujarat. He is based in Ahmedabad. And then we have Harminder. Harmandeep is there in Chandigarh. And we also have joined our Managing Director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. And today in this webinar, we are also very happy to see our chairman, sir, is also joined. And because, as I said, we are very, very serious about this opportunity because it is coming from our own house. That's why you see all of us coming on this webinar because we really want to select the right profiles, right professionals who become Franchise India. So before we take it over, I'll give you some guidelines in this webinar. So please feel free to use Q&A box in this because there is no option wherein you can interact with us because consulting is all about interaction. So you interact with us, we will take your questions which are there in the Q&A box. So please do not raise your hand because that is not the option in this webinar. So it's a Q&A box only where you can interact. Please use it, share your thoughts, share your questions and queries. And since we will give you some understanding about what is franchising, what is Franchise India profile, what we have done in last 27 years, and also we'll run a presentation for today's subject, which is independent franchise consultant. We'll give you complete understanding on the monetization model and how you can become franchise partner with Franchise India. And that is also there. But before that, I'll also give you some understanding that in this webinar, we will take your questions, but we will also ask you some questions. We'll also have some questions for you because we also want to know who has joined us today, where from which city you are coming from, because that's very important to know what is your profile, what you do, and if someone is already a franchise consultant or something having some consultancy business, you can also share a few lines on your consulting business. That would also help us to know you better. And city is very important, which city you are coming from. So before we take it up, so first I'll introduce and we will also invite our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, to set the perspective and welcome you once again in this webinar, which is a special webinar today at 5 p.m. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you for hosting this webinar and welcome, friends. Welcome to Independent Franchise Consultant opportunity. This is a by invitation opportunity to invite like-minded people who want to start their own consulting practice, especially in the domain of franchising. So we've been in franchising for good 28 years, pioneered in franchising in India, and franchising is a very large industry. And I'll leave it with Sonia that she will give you overview about how franchising has evolved and how our group has evolved to become the world's largest franchise company. We are proud today that we run in India in 90 cities, internationally in 15 countries. And our objective is to get more and more countries where we would not only just enter the market, but we'll create the entire franchise market in that. I think like last month, I opened up a market which is called Mongolia. We are the only consulting company in Mongolia. We are the only consulting company in Sri Lanka. We are the only one in Qatar. We are only one in Oman. So we were the first to enter in Dubai. So that's our business models. We have very, very successful independent franchise consultants, not only just in India, but globally now. I trained the first batch of independent franchise consultants last month in Mongolia, and they're already performing and already making money. Rather, we closed our few first deals already done in Mongolia. And this was a market which I also didn't know because this was a new market. But over the years, the practice we have built in, the business model we were building, the methodology we build in works. If people follow that methodology, they are successful and they're able to run their consulting practice very, very successfully. In India, particularly, why we became aggressive, because when COVID was going on, I felt that a lot of great professionals, a lot of good talent was available, and they didn't have an opportunity. And I, not for that time, what is now become as an opportunity, I wanted to bring some consultants who can work with us, train under us, and start their consulting practice. And it so happened that I'm very proud that a lot of people, the difficult time of those 2 years, not even stepped out of their home, but they were making 3, 4, 5 lakh rupees sitting in home. While they worked hard, they were sitting on the screen, doing Zoom calls, talking to clients, talking to investors, which is fine, but it was a rewarding career. It was financially rewarding career. And that's why we became very serious and we felt that this is a great opportunity if we are able to share our learnings for 28 years with somebody who can make it as a financial decision and also financially rewarding for them. Why not we do that? That's why we invite like-minded partner. I should also conscious you that this is not for everyone. It's not like a typical return on investment kind of an opportunity. First, I'll explain you any business which you do, there are three types of ROI. Right? The first ROI is return on investment, where investment works for you, which means that you become a distributor for somebody, you become, invest in a restaurant, or you invest into a gym, you invest into a school, you invest. It's an investment which is working for you, right? So that is very classic. Most of the businesses run in that part, but very few run the other two ROIs. The second ROI is return on intelligence, which I strongly believe in, how you constantly build your own intelligence. And our IFC partners are super because they constantly learn new opportunities, new business models, new brands, and they constantly uplift their knowledge base, right? Rather, I had a meeting, I'm in Bangalore, meeting with one of my IFCs the first thing in the morning, and he's just joined last month. And I was trying to explain a business model to one of my investors. He actually brought an investor, and I was explaining, and he corrected me because he's learned it better. He had numbers very clear with him, and he corrected me. No, sir, you're saying this, but it actually this, which I liked because I felt that this is what our business is. We need to constantly build our intelligence. And the third part is return on involvement, how involved you are. Like I proudly say that today we run the largest consulting practice in the world for franchising, but I have to work 365 days. Not even a single day I take break. And I'm proud of it. I don't complain because I feel that makes me work more and get more. And if that formula works, what stops me there? So if you are here in this webinar and you feel that you have also these two ROI, you constantly want to invest on your intelligence, grow your knowledge, and second, you have time which you can deploy, then you're the right place, right brand, and we will bring in our capabilities and knowledge over the years and share it with you so that you can build a great consulting practice. Now let's get into the business model. What is a business model? Why we want to invite independent consultants, and they work with us under franchising their brand name, and they are independent franchise consultants. So Franchise India is a platform, right? It does three things. Carefully understand. If anybody wants to invest into an active business, which means you have an investor who wants to invest into buying a new franchise, or they want to buy an existing business, we help them. We are the only company which helps this investor base to make investment in active business. There are so many consultants who can help you in passive investments. So if you want to buy property, their property consultant, 1 million property consultant. If you want to invest into stock market, then there are financial advisors, mutual fund financial advisors, or any other asset class, which is passive investment. But honestly, active investment demand is much, much higher. People want to work. Nobody just wants to passively invest. So we are the only company which helps people to make a decision of starting their own business or investing into a running business or investing into a startup. This is what we do. Now, good news is we have over the years aggregated the best of the best brands, and they're exclusive with us, which we represent. And these are not coming from small companies. They come from the largest of the groups, from the Reliance groups or Tatas or the Zeptos or the we're doing from the Adani. So all these large group companies have outsourced, Aditya Birla, all big companies and a lot of multinationals. So this is our prime opportunity. This would become, if you become a franchise consultant, then you will become a start your own business specialist. And that's how you will introduce yourself. You will say, I'm a start your own business specialist. If you're looking to start a business, I can coach you, I can guide you, I can consult you. So this is one part of the business. The second part of the business, which I do for a living, and this is something which takes about 85% of my time, and I do 15 meetings a daily, is helping businesses scale through franchise. And just now I finished a meeting. The young couple who started a fashion brand, opened up a couple of stores. Now they don't have that kind of growth capital to go to 25 stores. So how they should look at franchising to grow their business. I had another meeting where somebody came and said, I have a 75-year-old a jewelry brand, an iconic brand, but it's just one store for 75 years. Now the kids have come in, third generation have come in, how they can really take their legacy ahead. So I do a lot of that consulting. So how to scale businesses through franchise. And the third part of business is where anybody wants to sell his business, which means if I'm running a business, I don't want to continue further for different reasons. cash flow issues, operational issues, legacy, for next generation not interested in taking the business, or any other reason where you don't want to continue, even want to sell it for profit. A lot of people want to now migrate, go live international, and want to sell their businesses. Then also they come to us, we value their business and sell their business. So it's a beautiful package structure, no competition, because it cannot be. It's impossible to aggregate so many brands and also have investors. So as a business model, we have two banks. This is my asset bank or brand bank, which we provide you brands. And this is my investor bank. This also we provide. How? We do extensive marketing. Search anything on Google right now and say, I want to buy a franchise. 100% you're coming to us. Every month, every major city of India and internationally also, we have a show. And we just finished a show in Chennai. About 6,000 people were there in the show. So and these are all paid, serious people. Because we have investors and we have brands, we give you both. Plus, we give you training, methodology, deal structuring, understanding how you want to do that. Plus, we give you understanding of making proposals, sending piece. All that pieces are done by us. Your job is to bring these two together. Another meeting I did with one of the investors who runs a large jewelry business, and they came to us and they want to make an investment of 50 crores, right? And I had a meeting with them, and then I said, go and lock the investor, register the investor with us. And before he left the hotel, my meeting, he's already paid. Because people see value. They can have money, but they don't have access. They don't have access to these opportunities. And even if they have some form of access, they cannot evaluate what is the right opportunity for us. And we have created scientific structure to evaluate right opportunity. If you give me an investor who sits across with me, I will tell you how much risk appetite he has, what kind of an operational capability he has, what kind of a financial capability he has, and how he should invest in that. Is there a strategic fitment for him? So all these things we train you, that you become a champion to really understand and evaluate right investors and bring them closer to the opportunities which fit them. And now, finally, if you do this piece with effort of maybe 100 hours a month, you can make very, very good money. And I can challenge you, when Sanjay would give in the last part of his presentation, after Sonia has spoken, he will give you the investment you need to do become an IFC. You can actually make that same investment and money in 1 month. A good IFC can do anything from 3 lakh rupees to 10 lakh rupees monthly. And this is a good income, and you don't have any cost. You don't have an office. You don't need to hire people. You don't have to do marketing, nothing. You just have to bring the intelligence and your involvement. But friends, what I said is also very true, that it's not for everyone. I don't need people who come and say, oh, I have a lot of contacts. And I don't need that. What I need is your time. I need your time and your maturity, your capability to network with people, maybe a little bit of your capability to communicate. What we need is you bring in a lot of integrity. You bring in your local knowledge. If so you're in Bombay, then you can bring a lot of local knowledge. So things like that, which are more important. This is a relationship business. If somebody bought business from me in early 2000, now they come back to me and say, oh, my children want to have a business, right? I have 3 generations now coming to me because we're 28 years. So we have seen multiple generations coming to Franchise India. We also proudly say that nobody in the world has sold more business than Franchise India. It is a very big statement to make, but we are very proud that we stand there, and this has not come easy. This has come through a large team. We have 1,200 full-time employees, which are day and day night working and helping the business and our investors and our brand owners succeed. So friends, before I leave, I will have a question for all of you. Just use the Q&A box. There is a Q&A box at the bottom. Just click that and answer that question. Introduce yourself in terms of what is your profile. So if you are a professional, write P and your city. Just tell us city. We know which city you're coming from and you're a professional or doing job. Second, if you're a business owner, write B and your city. And maybe you can share your business. It can show how complementing your business is. I mean, if you are in steel industry, then maybe no, it doesn't fit in. But if you are, say, in a business which is service oriented and things that and complements, maybe you are in real estate, it complements very quickly. So write B and your business. Third, which I love, if you're a management consultant already, or you're a trainer, you're an L&D department, or you're a counselor, you have any form of consulting, coaching, training kind of business, then I can tell you, you are spot on. It will change your life, and whatever you're doing, you will do 10x of this in this entire thing, because we are a high margin business and we are market leaders. So whenever you work with market leaders, you command the best price. So that's also very important. So write MC.
Friends, we'll encourage all of you to please go ahead. We have a Q&A box. If you can write, we'll also like to take up your names and mention the name of your city.
Maybe I got dropped for a minute. So fourth is the career change. So if you are looking for a career change, then write C and the career change. Okay, so we have Mr. Tripathi from Bombay. Mr. Tripathi, welcome. Then we have somebody from Vellore. I was in Vellore with FIHL in few months back. Lovely city. It's a nice restaurant, actually. I went to the restaurant because I don't know what restaurant was called. Sakti would know. But it was a nice vegetarian restaurant.
Vellore kitchen, sir.
Vellore kitchen, yeah. So it was very nice city. I love the city. We have other businesses there. And then we have Sanjay, who is in Asian Paints in Ranchi. Ranchi is again a great market, Sanjay. Then we have Sasi Kumar, which is in Chennai, which is our head office for Tamil Nadu operations, and Saktivel is the head of that. Then we have Mr. Jain, who's from Jaipur. I'm super, super keen in Jaipur because we used to have a full branch there, and we had a very large business, and currently it's not being captured. We do events every second day, and I want to really set something very, very big in Rajasthan, because the Jaipur is not just Jaipur, it feeds the entire Rajasthan. And it's a big market for franchising, especially for some categories like jewelry and things like that. So it's a very good market. Then Sivanandam is from Chennai. And then we have somebody from Ludhiana. Aditya is a business owner from Ludhiana. And Aditya, you can be in touch with Harmandeep, who sits out of Chandigarh office. But we have successful IFCs in Ludhiana. And others also I will encourage, please write and share your profile because it's very important. Then we also have Mr. Dinesh Syal. He's from Chandigarh. Again, a consultant. So I love Dinesh, your profile, good profile. Whatever you're doing in this consultant, you can do 10x of that. And incidentally, I would be in Chandigarh soon. So if your profile fits into, I will like to meet you. I have office in Chandigarh. So others also keep writing, keep sharing your profiles. It tells us about you. It tells us about how serious you are. And sometimes people don't share. It sounds that they're just exploring. They're not very serious. And that is very important for us to really know who we are. So friends, I will have to leave because I'm in middle of some meetings. But this is important. As Sanjay said, this is very important for me to be part of it. Rather, I'm part of the selection process. I select every single independent franchise consult personally because I feel that I'm partnering with somebody, and I need to know who am I partnering, and it has to be good for you. If you become an IFC, it's very important. One side we claim that we are world's number one, and with this, if anybody joins our group, if it is not successful, then it will not be worth buying for us. So 100%, we want 100%, not even 99% people to be successful. It has to be 100% successful, and we work very proactively. Very, very proactively. We also have a good sport we call the MOST, M-O-S-T. M stands for mentorship, O stands for opportunities, S stands for sport. We give you all the sport real time. All these cluster heads are in the regions, work along with Vinditing and including me. And then training. Training is a very core DNA of our business. There is almost everyday training. 3 times Zoom meet in the morning, 8 o'clock, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And then we do residential training where we host you. in Delhi for 3 days and we take care of your stay, take care of the entire thing, and we train, and that I personally do. So, friends, I will take a leave, and now I'll pass it on to Sonia. She's the managing director of the company and comes with a very strong experience of 2 decades in building the largest brokerage network in the world. So over to you, Sonia.
Thank you. Friends, good evening, all of you. I'll request, friends, if you can make the webinar more engaging. Anything that you want to ask, you can also put that in the Q&A box. I saw one of our friends raising their hand. Anything that you want to write, please write in the Q&A. We'll be happy to read out in the interest of everyone who has joined us. So just quickly on a company, I think Sanjay has also given a background about Franchise India. So I'm sure you all understand we are a company which is a start your own business platform. And between our two large entities, which is Franchise India and Fran Global, we have been operating as one of the most prime movers in the entire franchise ecosystem for more than 2.5 decades. And we have worked with more than 10 million investors, which is a very large number. So when I say we worked with more than 10 million investors, these are people we have worked with them to help them set up and start a business. On an average, we have people investing anything between 20 odd lakhs to about 100 odd crores, where the average investment done by a single investor is approximately 50 lakhs. So you can do your maths in terms of how much capital raise as a company we do every single year. We sell about 10,000 franchisees every year across all industries and businesses. And in these more than 2.5 decades, we've also worked with more than 20,000 companies to make them franchise ready. So when we started in 1999, the ecosystem, or I would say the companies that were at that point in time into the business of franchising, all mature companies that we still work with, there was just a handful of these companies, which was just about 300 of these companies. So we had a big vision because we understood if we have to make this marketplace big, not only we have to have more and more people coming and investing in business opportunities, but equally we also had to have a big funnel, or I would say a big bucket of companies and responsible companies who should also come and start franchising. So more than 20,000 companies we have consulted in the last 2.5 decades. And every year we bring in about 700 new brands who start franchising. And approximately 750 market entries we have spearheaded in markets, which includes India at large and also includes subcontinent across all industries. So through our well-structured company, which offers these services, and also through our large, I would say, media group, which does about 200 exhibitions in India, and we also do 20 international markets, 3 publications, which Sanjay talked about. We are today, with the combined strength of all our group companies, the largest franchise development and distribution company, not only in India, but across the world. And we clearly understand that the journey of entrepreneurship is not something which is easy. And the overall, if you look at the entrepreneurship journey, it has come a very long way from the times of Asian trade to startups, unicorns, and corporates now. Everybody is jumping into franchising to expand their footprint. And we all would agree the economic impact that we have seen of entrepreneurship is seen in our own everyday lives as it drives our economy, it drives jobs, innovation, better standards of living, social change. And above all, businesses, and especially the SME, the small businesses are the backbone for economies. So at Franchise India, I would say we are at the forefront of making entrepreneurship inclusive for all. And today, franchising is a big global success story and a very big catalyst for entrepreneurship. It is a very powerful tool for wealth creation. And you all would agree, India today is experiencing a very big wave of entrepreneurship, and we are at the tipping point as the ecosystem grows. And franchise-driven expansion is, I would say, at one of the peak times we have seen in the last 100 years. And so we invite forward-thinking professionals to join us in building one of the most dynamic, robust, and strong networks across the country. Having said that, today we have in larger number of cities, we run about 97 cities, and larger number of cities that we are currently present in are represented by our independent franchise consultants. And on an average, they come with an experience of 20 plus years. We have partners who come with 25, 30 years. We have partners who come with 15 years. But if I look at the average experience of our partners, they come with an average of 20 years of experience. And most of them, I would say a larger number of partners, they come with a very deep consulting background or management consultant, like we saw many of you who shared your profiles. So friends, we'll run you through a small presentation. I'll request if you have any questions, please use the Q&A box. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. A little bit on the franchise industry. We have talked on our company at large, but some of the important fundamentals are very important to be understood. And why we need today more hands, because this opportunity with respect to, I would say, both the demand and the supply, so to say, which is the investors looking to start a business and companies jumping into franchising. This entire I would say industry has become very, very big. And there are some key drivers which I would like to talk about. First and foremost, if you look at India has always been a very big consumption country, and that is what has been driving and making our economy very, very resilient. But what has become really important is all that consumption that we are doing today has become formalized. So when I say formalized, as individuals, we are investing or consuming more from brands. Individuals, we are becoming more brand conscious. And as the retail infrastructure of any economy, markets also develop, the consciousness of the brand also rise, which leads to a lot of demand for branded product and services. We have all witnessed the modernization of product industry 22 years back. And now there is a time when there is a big modernization which is happening also in the service sector. And when I say service sector, these are sectors like your laundry, D2C healthcare services, clinic services, the Q-commerce services that we consume every single day from companies like Zepto. We work with them, Blinkit. They all are reaching out through a franchise network. Second, there is a big legacy of entrepreneurship when it comes to India. Inherently, it is very deeply ingrained in our culture. And this is evident from the large number of micro businesses that are in a neighborhood, like the Amal Booth, the mother dairies. And when we look at the demand, and now today, when I say we look at the demand, it is across all pyramids, from bottom of the pyramid with the small shops, neighborhoods that we run, to even the HNIs, ultra HNIs, which are actually taking businesses which are as big as the master franchisee, area franchisee of a lot of international brands that today we have launched for the Indian market. Having said that, apart from the Indian companies that we work with, our international arm, which is Fran Global, we work exclusively with more than 600 brands who are looking to enter India market. And out of these 600 brands, Franchise India and Fran Global, which are the two entities that we operate under, we ourselves are master franchise holders of 50 brands for markets like India and subcontinent. And these brands are across categories like education, skill development, F&B, entertainment, and retail. So every partner and an IFC partner who comes and works with us not only gets an opportunity to work with our current aggregated portfolio of brands, but also the master franchise opportunities where we own the brand exclusively for many territories outside India also. And the third thing is, if you look at the first time business buyer ecosystem in India, there's a very big trend which is catching up where first generation entrepreneurs or first time entrepreneur are becoming very, very big. There was a time when we started in 1999, out of 100 people who used to take franchise from us, only 10% people came with first time buyer experience, as in they had no experience of buying a business. And larger number of people who were buying franchisees were people who came with some kind of a business background. They were either franchisees themselves or they were running their own family businesses. But today, we have 60% of these people who are buying businesses are first time business buyers. And even the dividend has changed, the age group has changed. Today, a lot of youngsters are coming forward and investing in business opportunities. And when I say youngsters, these are not people who are just taking opportunity as a unit, but these are people, they're investors who are entrepreneurs, their parents, their families setting up businesses for them. And a lot of our current master franchisees that we own in India and operate in India, I would say 60% of these franchisees have been taken by these first generation of business buyers who are young cohort. When I say young cohort, this is the age group between 25 to 35 years, which is becoming very, very aggressive in this category. So what I'm saying is this is just the beginning. Franchising as an industry, as an opportunity is scaling up very, very fast. Franchising is now one of the most preferred expansion model for enterprises, corporates, and startups alike. And what we have witnessed, especially in the last 3 years, is a big corporatization of franchising. Major brands across all industries are adopting the franchise route for faster expansion and a very sustainable growth. And 25% of startups today also choose franchising to scale their services and products. And that number is growing every single year. So friends, we'll run you through a small presentation. We'll talk about how this proposition works. If you have any questions, you can also reach out to us. I'll request all my leaders who have joined the call from respective regions to also share their coordinates, their email ID and contact number so that they can get in touch with you post the webinar. And I'll let Sanjay take that over. Friends, we'll run a small presentation. I'll request any questions that you have in the middle of the presentation, you can write. We'll be taking that up in the interest of everyone who's present here. Sanjay, over to you.
Thank you so much for giving us a lot of insights. And before I take the presentation, there are a few our guests who have also written in the Q&A box. I'll take your name. Last was Mr. Dinesh Sanyal. So welcome. He's from Chandigarh. Then we have Mr. Rishabh Tripathi. He is Business Intelligence Lead. That's very interesting. Business Intelligence Lead for Pharma Commercial. So welcome. So Aditya is would like to connect with Harmandeep. Yes, sure. He is there in Chandigarh. Please do connect. So welcome to this webinar. Mr. Jatinder Kumar is from Ludhiana. So welcome. He is saying he is industrialist and in property leasing business. Very complimenting because leasing business in property, right, is a property business is very complimenting to franchising because any brand, when we sell, we get a franchise. So we have real estate is very, very important in this business. So a lot of our real estate partners already with us and they are very successful. So Ashwinji, welcome. Please share details, cost, break even, ROI, branch area, etc. Absolutely, Ashwinji. Thank you so much for joining in. Then he is also writing working area. So we'll give you some. Jitinderji has written his contact number. So thank you so much for sharing these thoughts and making it interactive. So before we go ahead, so I'll give you some understanding about now franchising, what we have talked about through a presentation. So in the interest of the time, we'll run only few slides, which is giving you some understanding how you can become partner with us and what is your monetization model. Rest you can, once we have a deep down discussion one-on-one, you can also ask as many questions as you want, and then we'll see if it is making some understanding. So we have training program this month in July in our corporate office, 3 days. So which we will announce today in this webinar the dates. So you can also be part of our system and use this platform. So what is franchising? That's the first slide. And as I said, we
Radha, I
already
think we can
discussed.
announce the date.
Yeah.
Friends, we do this training every month for 3 days, which is Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So this is happening in the last week of July in
26th,
this
yes.
month. So if we qualify interview partners to come and work with us, we would want you to come and attend this 3-day training, which happens at our office in NCR. The dates are 26, 27, and 28. These are 3 dates. And we also take care of your stay and food on these 3 days. So we also need to plan in advance. So these are the dates. We can speak, maybe post the webinar along with the respective leaders, post the interview is done, and discuss further. Two things, Sanjay, I like to add. I think somebody asked about the geography. While you would be operating in certain geography, but our business is I would say there's no geographical restrictions in terms of which geography you can operate. Any of my partners, even from Chandigarh, can do business anywhere in the country. And it is not even limited to India, but any part of the world, if you have any investors or companies who want to enter India. So there's no geographical restriction, but we need somebody who can bring in full-time engagement with us. We would not want to have partners who come and engage with us part-time because the nature of our business is very hyper-local, with investors being local, real estate being local. And given the nature of our business, which requires a lot of problem solving, creativity, and judgment, that is something which is very, very important for you to put your time and be available for meetings with these investors in your respective cities. Over to you.
Thank you so much, adding this. So, friends, it is 26th, 27th, and 28th of July, which is 3 days in our corporate office, wherein we have already one batch which is coming. So now in this webinar, whosoever is going to be selected after this having interaction. So you select us, we select us. It's a both side selection. So then we are inviting you for this training program. As I said, franchising. So it is going to be $5 trillion industry, as we discussed. Anything you consume is coming from franchise company. Now, if you give you category wise or industry wise, every sector today you see, even technology businesses are also franchising. Tech-based companies are also franchising. Even gardener coming at home is also franchise company, right? So courier coming to your home is franchise. So you get your blood testing done, it's coming from franchise. You have financial services, you see Kotak Mahindra is our client. So ICICI Securities is our client. Then we have Motilal Oswal in financial services is our client. Now pet care is also evolving. Food, fashion, healthcare, and education. These are top four categories which were always there in franchise. But now you see beyond these four major categories, we have a lot of new evolved categories also in franchising. See auto. Now you see EV segment in this auto is also into franchise. Now EV is also coming with charging stations. So that's also franchise. Hotel chain, which is JW married to any hotel, you see even Oyo, we build Oyo also a business model, is also franchise. So it's a different model which we called as franchise owned company operated because you cannot operate. So someone who is not from the same background, do not have the experience, cannot run the business, but it is also franchise owned. It will be managed by the company itself. Just like example, which you have heard about Zodio, you have about Tata Chroma, all done by us, and we are working with them. So these are all FOCO models, franchise owned, company operated. While there is a franchise opportunity in this, but it's managed and owned or operated by the brand itself. So then there are different models as well. So it's a BOT model, build, operate, transfer. So you build your business, and now once it is sustainable, and then you have to scale, so you can also bring in investors. So it can be build, operate, and then transfer, right? So these are all different models into it. And today, being in retail or to education or in business services or in any kind of other healthcare kind of a service or food also, there are sub categories also which have now come up, and it's all franchise, all franchise. Even if I can give you some understanding about, today I am actually visiting one of the brand which is associated with us. It's a lighting brand. So it's a European brand now in India. They have a very huge setup there in uh, it's actually in Haryana, but it's 2 hours journey from Gurgaon. If you have heard about Gurgaon, it's 2 hours head towards Rajasthan. So I have come here along with my IFC partners. I have got 42 IFC partners who have come all the way from east, west, north, and south, and every central part. Now they came with me today, and we are having a complete tour, which is there as a factory tour and the complete showroom tour today. So what is this? This is evaluation. This is evolution of new businesses, which is lighting business. So earlier there were Philips, and very rare you have heard about a lighting franchise. So this is going to be a European, brand, which is Iglo, EGLO, Iglo, which is European Global Lighting Organization. Now they have entered into franchise because we have given them this concept of franchising. Then you can spread your business, you can expand your business in India through franchising. So these all outlets, now you can understand in India kind of a country, what is the scope of franchising? What is the scope of opening outlets across cities? Now you see, even in one city, you have 200, 300 franchise opening, depending on the size of the city, and you go pan India. Now you see what's the scope, and it's a beautiful concept. When we are there in the showroom today, we have done the factory tour, and my all IFC partners are inside. They're taking the training today, and the interaction with the brands and taking training on what is this. This is all intelligence. This is all knowledge which we are talking about this brand. And then we go to sell because we have investors with us, and we will do marketing. We generate a lot of interest, and someone who will be putting an interest in this. And now my partner, my FC partner, who is a franchise consultant, would help him for getting the full understanding on this and then enter into this franchise system as well. So we will take from first part, which is consulting, would mean that we'll get this brand. We have got this brand ready for franchise, which is Francop work consulting. We develop their right model, which is viable, sustainable, and now it is scalable. And then we are going to for marketing. We generate leads. We present it to the audience. It's not there in market in India right now. It's a European country. It's very established, and it's around 75-year-old brand, very established outside India. But now we are starting operations in India. That's what we are in. So we get very face-to-face interaction, visit, to store, to showroom, until we don't buy this, until we are not convinced, right? We don't go to sell, because you are a consultant, you're an advisor. If you have a knowledge, you have complete understanding of this, then you can face any question tomorrow. And there's a beautiful opportunity, which is just 20 lakh rupees opportunity, and humongous opportunity in India to take this brand to pan India. So likewise, in other brands also, there's a lot of scope in franchising, and that's why new categories and new segments and new sectors are also coming into franchise. Going forward, what is we offer once you become part of us? We offer you tablet. T stands for technology. We give you CRM, and we also give you access to CRM in the all database will be given, and also franchise the domain email ID which you are going to use. Then we have also given you access to our infrastructure. You can use our offices everywhere, wherever we are offices. Somebody was writing in Chandigarh, so you can use our full-time office. Someone is Chennai, you can use our full-time office. So the access is with you. You can across offices you can use, and this. So B stands for brand. So we have all brands with us. So as I said, we have more than 20,000 businesses brands which are ready with us on our website franchiseindia.com, and we also give you around 500 to 1,000 brand list the day you join with us. So it's all available for you. B stands for brands, as I said. So L stands for leads. We generate leads. We'll give you leads every month, 50 minimum leads, which is guaranteed every month, which is minimum. And that is investor leads. And then we will also give you brand centric leads, wherein it has been, generated from marketing and promotion, which we do brand wise. And then we also have E stands for events. So you have full access for events, which is across cities we do. And you can also be part of any city, any show which is happening every month. So 15, 20 events every month, which you can be come and be there. It's a white collar. It's a white collar job. It's something advisory, wherein you are coming to my event, you are sitting across, and investor will come over, brand we have invited, and what you do matchmake. You understand the requirement, and then you do the matchmaking. T stands for training. So training is something which we are offering you 3 days, which is 26, 27, 28. That is training what we will give you. So before this slide, I'll give you some understanding about what is the proposed structure. When you join us, you are IFC at the entry level. Then you become IFC Elite when you hit 15 lakh rupees revenue. And you become Pro when you hit 50 lakh, and then Master when you hit 1 crore rupees revenue. So this is how your revenue would be all for you to get the growth also, where you can also select how to grow and also how much you want to earn in a month. So give you some understanding about the payout. Rest, all my leaders will be giving you full understanding on your earning potential. So we have 40% sharing at the starting level at IFC. When you become elite, which is you can, it's a first year only, the criteria of 15 lakh rupees revenue only. And that is wherein it will take you to elite membership. Then you become 50-50 membership with us, 50 sharing holder. And Pro, you become 60, and Master, you become 70, you become 30. But at 70 also, we all give you leads, brands, promotions, everything done by us. Zero, absolutely zero, investment from your side for all this, all done by us. So we have products here. There are 4 products, which is IA, IS, BS, BD. I means investor, B means brand. So from investor side, I have got 2 parts, which is investor acquisition. We take investor on board, as our chairman sir was saying that he met an investor and now he has already paid after leaving from the meeting. So that is investor acquisition. Now investor is registered with us. We will do search for a brand for all these investors. So when we get a franchise for the investor, we will get a investor service fees. So what I'll just make it simple. When we are working with investor and the brand, BD means brand business development. So what we are going to do, we onboard both and then we service both, right? So when we onboard, we get a fee for that. When we service, we get fee for that. So BD is brand onboarding. When we brand onboarding, so there is some fee, which is fee. Without fee, we don't work. So there is 8.5 lakh rupees, which are charges for this minimum, which is for brand onboarding, minimum 8.5 lakh. Then it goes to 17 lakh rupees, and then we have 40 and 75 lakh also. So your share would be 20% on brand onboarding. That's what we are helping you, your reference, and rest all we do for you. right? So once it is on board, then we sell the franchise for that brand. When we sell a franchise, it becomes BS. So would mean there's a brand service fees also which is coming to you. There you become my 40% partner. And IS means investor service fees. First is investor acquisition, which is starting from 30,000 to somewhere around 5 lakh, and depending on the investment. And then we charge them investor service fees, which is minimum 1 lakh rupees, and it goes to anything up to 20 lakh rupees also from the investor side. So brand side, we have somewhere around minimum is 1.5 lakh, and it goes to somewhere 30, 40 lakh rupees also. So what you do is you get 40% on what franchise it is getting, and in these three products, and then it goes 50, 60, 70. This is how our revenue cycle is being considered and structured. This is one. Second would be contests. We have quarterly contests, which are international contests. We'll take you through different countries every quarter. And then we have cash incentives also, which we do. These cash incentives would be given by brands to all my FCs direct. And then there are a lot of incentives also, which we have for our partners. So how you can become partner with us is only and only one fee, which is our license fees of 6 lakh rupees plus GST, which is only one time. Rest 3 years would be the contract. 3 years is the agreement. All 3 years is all done by Franchise India. You have no investment in this, and 3 years. And this investment, as I said, is going to be very, very low cost, and it is also zero, absolutely zero risk free. It's a zero risk opportunity wherein Franchise India is offering you an opportunity which is absolutely rewarding and zero risk opportunity. Right, it's a zero risk. Why? Because this investment you can get in back in just one lead, 1 month, one deal, 1 week also, and then it will take you through. So in this webinar, as we discuss, this is going to be the initial discussion, and post that, every leader will get in touch with you and have one-on-one interaction with you and give you full understanding about this opportunity. And then we'll have a final selection call with our chairman, which is introduction call. Anyone who is coming on board would be the partnership with us, and we look forward for like-minded members to become our partners to take this legacy business forward, which is completely proven and successful business in the Indian market and international market as well. So before we sign off, so there is one very important thing, because you have given us around 1 year our time. So we would like to thank you and everyone who have joined us, especially at 5 p.m. when it's a working time. You must be there at work or at your office or anywhere. So this is a very, very special time. And thank you so much for joining in. And all the panelists also have a thank you note for all of you. So at Franchise India, we really believe it's a win-win business, which is wherein you grow and then we grow. And our complete focus is going to be on making our every IFC grow. That's a message which down the line, which we give, because we work very, very closely with every IFC partner to make him grow and take him to every destination, which is international destination. Rather, the target for our cluster heads and regional heads and all of us to have that if we make any partner qualify, so there's a target on that, then only our qualification happens. Until there is partners don't qualify, we are not qualified for this. Everybody, up till chairman level, we work very, very closely with every IFC partner and make them grow. That's what the idea is, to make this partnership very successful, very meaningful, and very purposeful. Till then, the final selection call will happen. We request you to get in touch and have your questions, and then have complete understanding on this business model. And if you really feel that Franchise India is one platform which we can join, rather, I would suggest you that if anyone is looking forward for any kind of business and having 30, 40, 50 lakh rupees investment to do, and is a professional coming from a company, and you have entire life done the business, you've worked in an organization, so you have no experience of running a business. So I would also suggest you that be consultant, but you have to be involved into this business. Be a consultant, two things you will get largely. One, you will get experience, how to select a right opportunity, and you will help everybody out there that how to select. And you will also be trained on selection, how to select. It's not about only the brand to select, it's about how you can go and check what is the ROI for that brand, what is the investment which he is investing, when the payback will happen, and which is market fitment. And then you'll also see how agreements are being checked. There are a lot of things which you will experience and learn. Second thing, what you learn is relationship. So all the brands you get relationship with, all the brand owners you will work with very closely. So you get relationship. So then after 6 months or 1 year, you can also choose an opportunity within the system only. Rather, we suggest you that you can also invest in this business because this is highly complementing your profile and highly growth business for you, which is maybe new sector, but it's highly growing business in franchising. And then there's a legacy based brand, it's 100-year-old, a 200-year-old, or 50-year-old. So you can grow. So then you can select also. Rather, going to somewhere putting 40 lakh rupees right now is going to burn the money because you are coming from a sector wherein you have been professional all through, but you have no knowledge of how to make businesses successful. Then this can be one of the opportunity. Put your time, learn, understand, make yourself as a deal maker. So then you can also get your dream project, maybe dream business also later on, which obviously our team will guide, and you will be also be on that level after 5 6 months. Then you can rightly choose for yourself as a dream business. But this will go on. This will go on, and there is no risk. As I said, it's a small investment. There is no risk. Great. So thank you so much. We have taken 2 minutes extra, but it's been nice having a lot of people now till end joined with us. So thank you so much for this webinar to attend and making it interactive. We'll soon look forward to have a one-on-one discussion meeting with all of you, and feel free to reach out and ask our questions. Thank you so much for joining in, and look forward for some of you be there with us in the training program on 26, 27.